Have you ever felt that no matter how hard you hustle, your business seems to be shrinking? Like a once mighty machine slowly running out of steam? Maybe you've convinced yourself that this is just the natural course of things. That once you hit a certain age, the energy, the drive, and the innovative spark you once had simply fades away. What if I told you that this belief, that your business must shrink with age, is one of the biggest myths ever sold to old school entrepreneurs? Most of us don't realize that our business's power isn't slipping away because we're getting older. No, it's shrinking because we're neglecting the very muscles that once made our business unstoppable. And the worst part? This decline isn't necessary at all. You can reclaim the vibrant growth you once enjoyed, and you don't need expensive consultants or high-tech gadgets to do it. All you need are 7 simple, proven exercises. Strategies designed to restore your entrepreneurial energy and give you the kind of confidence that turns even the toughest market challenges into opportunities. Imagine waking up every morning with the same fire and determination you had in your prime. Picture your business partners and competitors looking at you with renewed respect, sensing that something has fundamentally changed. Today, I'm about to share with you the exact steps you can take to rebuild your business's strength, boost its performance, and take back control, regardless of your age. So stick around, because this might be the most important message you'll hear about how to transform your business for the better. Let's get real for a minute. I'm not here to sugarcoat things. I've seen it all. Brilliant business owners with decades of experience who end up feeling like their companies have lost their spark. You know the feeling. I used to believe that my best days were behind me, that my business would slowly fade away into the background while younger, flashier companies took the spotlight. But here's the truth. The decline isn't a natural part of aging. It happens when we stop taking care of the core elements that make our business thrive. Think about it. When you were younger, you probably spent hours refining your skills, staying up on the latest trends, and pushing yourself to innovate. Over time, though, life gets busy, routines set in, and before you know it, those habits that fueled your early successes are neglected. The result? A business that feels stuck, a brand that seems to be shrinking, and a sense of stagnation that drains your passion. I've been there, and I know you have too. And I'm here to tell you that the secret isn't to despair, but to reawaken those lost muscles. Your business isn't destined to wither away because you've hit a certain age. It's destined to do so if you let it. The real problem isn't time, it's the habits, the outdated strategies, and the neglect of the fundamentals that once propelled you forward. So today, I'm inviting you to take a good, hard look at your business. Ask yourself, have you been letting it slip through your fingers because you believed decline was inevitable? Are you allowing complacency to steal your edge? If you're ready to change that, then you're exactly where you need to be. Before we dive into the strategies, I want you to think about your biggest challenge when it comes to keeping your business vibrant. Drop a comment below and tell me what keeps you up at night about your company's future. Your input isn't just welcome, it's essential to making sure we tackle these issues head on. Have you ever sat down and really thought about the story we've all been told? That as we age, our business is doomed to shrink, to slowly fade away until it's nothing more than a shadow of its former self? I'm here to tell you that this isn't a natural law of life or business at all. In fact, it's one of the biggest myths out there, a lie that's been peddled to keep us complacent, to convince us that our best days are behind us. Today, we're going to dig deep into this misconception and shatter it into pieces. Get ready for an eye-opening journey that will change the way you see your business and, more importantly, yourself. Let's start by looking at the origin of this myth. Somewhere along the way, society and even some self-proclaimed experts began to tell us that our creativity, drive, and ability to lead naturally decline as we grow older. It's as if the calendar itself has stamped an expiration date on our entrepreneurial spirit. We're bombarded with stories of fading glory, of businesses that once shone bright, now struggling to keep up with new trends and younger competitors. But here's the kicker. There's no scientific law or universal truth that says once you hit a certain age, decline is inevitable. Think back to your earliest days in business. Remember the energy, the endless possibilities, and the constant hunger to innovate? Back then, every challenge was met with a can-do attitude, and every setback was seen as a temporary hurdle. Over time, though, many of us begin to internalize the belief that those days are over. We start to accept that the market is moving on without us, that our ideas aren't as fresh as they once were, and that our ability to adapt is somehow diminished by the passage of time. But here's a truth that might surprise you. Business success isn't like a light that burns out with age. It's like a muscle that needs regular exercise. Just as your body stays strong only when you work out, your business stays vibrant only when you continue to challenge yourself and invest in continuous improvement. When you stop pushing your limits and clinging to old routines, that's when decline sets in. It's not a matter of the years on your passport, it's a matter of what you do with those years. There's a common saying that experience is the best teacher, and there's no doubt that the lessons we learn over time are invaluable. However, too many of us fall into the trap of thinking that what got us here in our youth will carry us through the rest of our journey. That's the lie we need to bust today. The belief that our business naturally shrinks as we get older isn't rooted in reality. It's rooted in neglect. Neglect of innovation, of updating our strategies, and of continuously challenging our own assumptions. Let's talk about the consequences of this mindset. When you accept that decline is inevitable, you inadvertently stop fighting against it. You start to let opportunities slip by because you believe that no matter what you do, things are bound to get worse. This can lead to a dangerous cycle. You stop investing in your growth, your competitors who are willing to take risks surge ahead, and before you know it, you're left wondering where all the energy and potential went. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Because you stop trying, your business does indeed shrink. But here's another angle to consider. Modern research and real-world examples are showing a very different picture. There are countless stories of veteran business owners who, against all odds, have revitalized their companies and even outperformed their younger rivals. What's their secret? They refused to accept the status quo. They understood that aging isn't about losing the spark. It's about choosing to let that spark grow brighter by actively nurturing it. Take, for instance, the story of an entrepreneur who had been in the game for decades. For years, he believed that his success was behind him. He'd built a business that had once been the envy of his industry, but over time he noticed that things were slowing down. Sales were flat, innovation had stalled, and the energy in the office was fading. Then one day he made a radical decision. Instead of resigning himself to the inevitable, he decided to treat his business like a high-performance machine that needed regular maintenance and even a few upgrades. He invested in new technology, revamped his marketing strategy, and even re-energized his company culture. The result? Not only did his business bounce back, it began to grow in ways he'd never imagined possible. This isn't an isolated case. Across industries, seasoned entrepreneurs are proving that with the right mindset and continuous effort, you can reinvent your business at any stage. The key lies in rejecting the notion that decline is a natural outcome of aging. Instead, you have to see aging as an opportunity, a chance to build on your experience and use it as a foundation for innovation and growth. Now, I want you to think about the signals that tell you your business might be on the wrong track. Have you noticed that your ideas feel recycled? Or maybe your processes are stuck in a time warp, making it hard to keep up with modern demands. These aren't signs of inevitable decline, they're signs that it's time to shake things up. The market isn't punishing you for being older, it's rewarding those who dare to evolve. And the truth is, the marketplace is constantly changing. New technologies emerge, consumer behaviors shift, and industries transform. If you cling too tightly to what worked in the past, you'll find yourself left behind. But if you embrace change, if you're willing to reinvent your strategies and adopt a growth mindset, you can harness the power of experience to create something even more powerful than before. Let's break it down even further. One of the biggest myths about aging in business is that our ability to innovate diminishes with time. But innovation isn't just about having a eureka moment. It's about consistently refining your approach, learning from both successes and failures, and always being open to new ideas. Many of the world's most respected companies aren't the ones that rest on their laurels. They're the ones that keep asking, what can we do better? They continuously invest in research and development, they seek out new perspectives, and they're not afraid to pivot when necessary. There's also a psychological aspect to consider. When you believe that your best days are behind you, that belief can become a mental barrier. It stops you from taking risks and trying new things because you're convinced that failure is just part of the package. But here's the thing. Risk is an essential part of growth. Without risk, there's no reward. And without the willingness to take risks, you're essentially signing your business's death warrant. It's the same in any area of life. If you're afraid of failing, you'll never reach your full potential. I want to share with you a concept that's been gaining traction online. The idea of age as an asset, not a liability. Instead of viewing your years of experience as a burden, see them as a treasure trove of insights and knowledge. Sure, you might not have the raw energy of someone in their 20s, but you've got wisdom, resilience, and a deep understanding of your industry that no one else can match. When you combine that with a commitment to continuous learning and adaptation, there's no limit to what you can achieve. Let's talk numbers and studies for a moment, even if they're just part of the buzz that circulates around entrepreneurial forums and business blogs. Several surveys have found that companies led by experienced entrepreneurs often perform better in times of economic uncertainty. Why? Because they're more likely to have weathered past storms and learned valuable lessons along the way. They know that success isn't about staying in your comfort zone. It's about pushing yourself to evolve, to experiment, and to take bold steps when necessary. Imagine a scenario where you're sitting in your office and instead of resigning yourself to the belief that your business is in decline, you decide to challenge that narrative. You review your past successes, analyze what made them work, and then ask yourself, how can I apply those same principles to the challenges of today? That's the kind of proactive thinking that separates thriving businesses from those that are simply surviving. It's about shifting your focus from what you've lost to what you can still gain. And trust me, the potential for growth is enormous when you adopt that mindset. There's also an element of cultural pressure at play. In many industries, there's an unspoken rule that associates youth with innovation and energy, while experience is often overlooked. This societal bias can be incredibly damaging because it forces seasoned business owners to fight not only external challenges, but also the internalized belief that they're somehow past their prime. But let's be clear, many of the most successful companies in the world are led by individuals who have decades of experience. They've learned how to adapt, how to leverage their history, and how to create value that transcends age. Consider the countless stories of iconic entrepreneurs who reinvented themselves multiple times throughout their careers. These aren't cases of lucky breaks. They're cases of relentless effort, continuous learning, and a refusal to accept the limitations that others try to impose on them. They understood that while the marketplace may change, the fundamentals of success remain the same: innovation, customer focus, and an unwavering commitment to excellence. I want you to take a moment and reflect on your own journey. Look back at the risks you took when you were starting out, the long nights, the early mornings, the moments of doubt that you pushed through. Those experiences aren't something to be cast aside because of a number on your birth certificate. They are the building blocks of your unique perspective. And that perspective is a competitive advantage that younger competitors simply can't replicate. They might have the raw energy, but you have the wisdom and the insight to navigate challenges with a steady hand. Now let's address a common excuse that many of us have heard or even told ourselves. It's too late to change. This statement is one of the most dangerous myths of all. The idea that there's an expiration date on success is nothing more than a self-imposed limit. In reality, every day is an opportunity to pivot, to innovate, and to make changes that can lead to incredible breakthroughs. Some of the most dramatic business turnarounds have happened when leaders decided that it was never too late to try something new. They rebranded their companies, invested in new technologies, and even changed their business models entirely, all because they refused to let the myth of inevitable decline dictate their future. Let's dive a bit deeper into the psychology of it all. When you buy into the myth of decline, you start to see every challenge as a confirmation of that belief. Every setback, every tough quarter, every negative headline becomes proof that the system is rigged against you. But what if you flipped the script? What if you began to see those challenges not as harbingers of doom, but as opportunities to learn and grow? It's a radical shift in perspective, and it starts with a single step: rejecting the notion that your age or the age of your business defines your potential. There's an old saying in sports, it's not whether you get knocked down, it's whether you get back up. That's just as true in business. Many of the most celebrated leaders are those who faced tremendous adversity and used it as fuel to propel themselves to even greater heights. They didn't allow themselves to be defeated by the narrative of decline. Instead, they harnessed their setbacks as catalysts for change. And if they can do it, so can you. I also want to touch on a more modern twist to this myth. The idea that digital transformation and new age technology are only for the young and agile. It's true that technology is evolving at a rapid pace, but that doesn't mean that experience can't harness it. On the contrary, seasoned business owners often have a better grasp of what their customers truly need, and they can use that insight to adopt new tools and strategies more effectively than someone who's still learning the ropes. Embracing new technology isn't about starting over, it's about enhancing what you already have. It's about taking your years of experience and combining them with the best that modern innovation has to offer. Let's get personal for a minute. Think about the moments in your career when you felt unstoppable. What were you doing differently then? Chances are you were taking risks, you were innovating, and you were refusing to let setbacks define you. Now ask yourself, what changed? Often it's not that you lost your drive, it's that you allowed the myth of inevitable decline to creep into your thinking. You stopped pushing yourself because you thought that no matter what you did, things were destined to get worse. And that's the trap. The real enemy isn't time, it's inaction. I want you to remember this. Every moment you spend accepting the myth is a moment stolen from your future. Your business is a living, breathing entity that needs constant care and nurturing. It's not something that simply runs on the momentum of past successes. It requires the same kind of attention and dedication that you would give to any other important part of your life. And the good news is that it's never too late to start again. Whether you're 40, 50, 60, or beyond, the potential to reinvent and revitalize your business is always within reach. Let's recap the core message here. The idea that your business must shrink with age is nothing more than a self-fulfilling myth. It's not a fact of nature, it's a choice. When you decide to let that belief rule your actions, you're effectively setting the stage for decline. But when you reject it, when you commit to continuous improvement and relentless innovation, there's no limit to what you can achieve. As we move forward, I challenge you to look at every setback not as a sign of inevitable failure, but as a wake-up call, a signal that it's time to shake things up and get back to the basics that once made your business thrive. Challenge yourself to think differently about what aging really means in the context of entrepreneurship. It's not about losing your edge, it's about refining it, honing it, and using the accumulated wisdom of years to drive smarter, more effective decisions. In closing, let me leave you with a powerful thought. Your business is a reflection of your mindset. If you believe that decline is inevitable, then decline becomes your reality. But if you choose to believe that growth, reinvention, and renewal are possible at any age, then you open up a world of opportunities. Every day is a chance to break free from old habits, to challenge the status quo, and to show the world that experience is a superpower, not a weakness. So, as you reflect on everything we've talked about here, I want you to take one clear, decisive step. Reject the myth of inevitable decline, embrace the power of continuous learning, take risks, and never let a number define your potential. Your business and your legacy are waiting for you to unleash the full force of your capabilities. Remember, every moment spent accepting decline is a moment you could be using to build something greater. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What parts of this myth have you battled in your own journey? How have you managed to overcome the idea that your best days are behind you? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's start a conversation and create a community where we celebrate experience, challenge limiting beliefs, and empower each other to keep pushing forward, no matter what the calendar says. Reject the notion that age means decline. Instead, see it as a catalyst for reinvention. Whether you're in the prime of your career or well into your golden years, the potential for growth and innovation is limitless. Every setback is an opportunity, every challenge a chance to learn, and every day a new beginning. This isn't just motivational talk, it's a call to action. It's time to stand up, shake off the self-doubt, and show the world that true strength comes from relentless determination and the courage to keep evolving. So here's my final challenge. Commit to fighting against the myth of inevitable decline. Commit to proving to yourself and everyone around you that your experience is your greatest asset. Use your hard-won wisdom to fuel innovation, to inspire those around you, and to build a future that defies the expectations of aging. The power is in your hands. Transform your mindset, transform your business, and transform your life. Now take a deep breath, let go of those limiting beliefs, and get ready to rewrite your story. Because the truth is, when you challenge the myth of decline, you open up the door to endless possibilities. Your business is not destined to shrink. It's destined to grow, evolve, and reach new heights, as long as you refuse to let the myth win. Remember, it's not your age that holds you back. It's your willingness to settle for mediocrity. Break free from the chains of outdated thinking and take bold, decisive action. You have the power to redefine what aging means for your business. Embrace every challenge as a chance to improve, every failure as a lesson, and every success as proof that the best is yet to come. Thank you for joining me on this deep dive into one of the most pervasive myths in the business world. I hope you leave here with a renewed sense of purpose, a clear understanding that decline isn't written in stone, and the motivation to take charge of your future. Your journey to defying the myth starts now. Get out there, take action, and show the world that true innovation and resilience know no age limits. Have you ever sat back and wondered why, despite years of hard work and dedication, your business sometimes seems to lose its spark? You might be thinking that the inevitable march of time is slowly eroding your success. But let's get real. Aging is not the villain here. The truth is, the hidden reasons behind business decline often stem from factors we rarely acknowledge. Factors that creep in quietly and gradually sabotage even the most established enterprises. Let's dive into what's really going on beneath the surface. One of the major culprits is the neglect of what I like to call the business muscles. Just as our bodies need regular exercise to stay strong, our businesses need constant care and reinvention to stay competitive. Over the years, many of us settle into comfortable routines, relying on strategies that once worked like a charm. But what worked 10 or even 5 years ago may no longer be enough in today's fast-paced market. The secret isn't that you're losing the ability to lead, it's that you're not adapting your methods to keep pace with the evolving landscape. Think about it. When you first started your business, every day brought new challenges and opportunities. You were in a state of constant motion, learning from every success and failure. Over time, however, that hustle can give way to complacency. The routines that once spurred rapid growth become the very chains that hold you back. Many business owners find themselves trapped in what I call a stagnation trap. A mindset where you believe that what got you to where you are will continue to carry you forward, no matter what. This is a dangerous assumption. The problem with a stagnant mindset is that it breeds resistance to change. You might dismiss new ideas as fads or assume that your long-proven methods are the only way to succeed. But markets evolve, technologies advance, and customer expectations shift. When you cling too tightly to outdated routines, you're not preparing your business for the future. Instead, you're inadvertently setting yourself up for a slow, almost imperceptible decline. Another hidden reason for business decline is complacency, the silent killer of innovation. When you're on top of your game, it's easy to assume that you've got it all figured out. But that sense of security can lead to a dangerous lack of urgency. You start to believe that your current success will continue indefinitely, and that belief can lull you into inaction. The reality is, the business world waits for no one. Every moment you spend coasting on past achievements is a moment that competitors can use to catch up or even overtake you. Complacency often manifests in the way we approach customer service, product development, and even employee engagement. Over time, the initial excitement that drove you to innovate fades away, and with it, the willingness to experiment or take risks. This not only stifles growth, but can also create a culture of mediocrity within your organization. Employees begin to mirror this attitude, and the whole company can fall into a state of inertia where nothing ever changes and nothing ever grows. One of the most talked about reasons for business decline is a resistance to technological change. Technology isn't just for startups or young companies, it's a tool that can revolutionize any business, regardless of its age. However, many seasoned entrepreneurs view new technologies with skepticism, clinging to traditional methods that worked in the past. This resistance can be incredibly costly. Imagine trying to run today's business with yesterday's tools, whether it's clinging to outdated software, ignoring the benefits of automation, or simply not using data analytics to guide decision-making. A reluctance to embrace new technology means you're operating at a disadvantage. The digital landscape offers countless opportunities, from streamlining operations to reaching new customers through social media and digital marketing. But if you're not willing to adapt, you risk falling behind. The truth is, integrating technology into your business isn't about replacing the human touch, it's about enhancing it. When you adopt modern tools, you can free up time and resources that can then be reinvested into innovation and customer engagement. Resistance to this change often comes from a place of comfort with the old ways, but that comfort can quickly become a trap that leads to obsolescence. No market remains static forever. Consumer preferences, economic conditions, and competitive landscapes are in constant flux. Yet many established businesses operate as if the market will always remain the same. This failure to adapt is one of the most significant hidden reasons behind business decline. When you don't actively monitor trends and adjust your strategies, you risk being left behind as the market moves on without you. It's not enough to simply notice that things have changed, you have to take action. This means continuously researching your industry, listening to your customers, and being willing to pivot when necessary. The companies that survive and thrive are those that understand that change is the only constant. They invest time in forecasting trends, experiment with new business models, and remain agile in the face of uncertainty. Consider the many cautionary tales of businesses that were once leaders in their fields, but lost their edge because they failed to evolve. These companies often find themselves struggling to regain their footing after years of inaction. On the other hand, businesses that make adaptability a core part of their strategy often discover untapped opportunities, even in turbulent times. The willingness to change and innovate is not a luxury. It's a necessity in today's dynamic market environment. One of the subtler yet most destructive factors behind business decline is the gradual erosion of connection with your customers. When you first launch your business, you're likely very close to your customer base. You know them personally, understand their needs, and are deeply invested in their satisfaction. But as time goes by and your business grows, that personal connection can fade. You might start relying on automated systems or standardized processes that, while efficient, can strip away the unique touch that made your customers loyal in the first place. When customers feel like just another number or transaction, their loyalty wanes. They crave a connection, a sense that you understand their individual needs and are genuinely interested in solving their problems. Neglecting this relationship can lead to a decline in customer satisfaction, which in turn impacts your revenue and reputation. The hidden reason here is not always the product or service itself, but the failure to maintain that personal bond that once set you apart. To counter this, it's crucial to continually invest in customer relationships. This might mean personalized outreach, improved customer service, or simply taking the time to listen to feedback and implement changes. In today's competitive landscape, customer experience can be a significant differentiator. When you actively nurture your relationship with your audience, you create a loyal customer base that can sustain your business through ups and downs. Often, the roots of business decline are found not in market conditions or external factors, but within the organization itself, specifically in leadership challenges and team dynamics. Over time, leadership styles that once propelled your company to success can become outdated, creating friction and inefficiency. When a leader is unwilling to evolve, it can lead to poor decision-making, stifled innovation, and a disengaged workforce. Many long-standing businesses suffer from a hierarchical structure that discourages new ideas and limits collaboration. In today's fast-paced environment, a rigid leadership model can be a significant hindrance. The hidden reason behind decline in many cases is the failure to invest in leadership development and to foster a culture where every team member feels valued and empowered. When your team is not aligned with your vision, or when they feel that their contributions aren't recognized, the whole organization can suffer. This isn't just about management style, it's about creating an environment where continuous improvement is part of the company DNA. Leaders must be willing to admit that they don't have all the answers, and that the best ideas can come from anywhere within the organization. Encouraging open communication, regular feedback, and collaborative problem solving can reinvigorate your team and lead to breakthroughs that push your business forward. Another factor that often contributes to business decline is overconfidence. After years of success, it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that you're invincible, that nothing can touch your business because you've built it up so well. While confidence is essential for leadership, overconfidence can lead to complacency. You might ignore emerging trends, dismiss new competitors, or simply assume that your market position is unassailable. Overconfidence can also lead to poor strategic decisions. When you believe that you already know everything, you're less likely to seek out new information or to challenge your assumptions. This self-assuredness can blind you to risks and opportunities alike. The hidden cost of overconfidence is that it can prevent you from taking the necessary steps to innovate and adapt. It creates a dangerous feedback loop where success reinforces the belief that nothing can go wrong until it inevitably does. The antidote to overconfidence is humility. Recognize that the market is constantly changing and that no business, no matter how successful, is immune to decline. Stay curious, remain open to learning, and never stop seeking ways to improve. When you combine confidence with a healthy dose of humility, you're better positioned to identify potential pitfalls and to take proactive measures that safeguard your business's future. Beyond internal factors, external pressures also play a significant role in business decline. Economic downturns, shifts in consumer behavior, and competitive pressures can all create an environment that is challenging for even the most robust companies. While these external factors might seem beyond your control, how you respond to them is entirely up to you. The hidden reason here isn't the external pressures themselves. It's the failure to adapt and respond to them effectively. Many business owners feel overwhelmed by market volatility. When the economy takes a downturn or when a new competitor enters the scene, the instinct might be to retreat and play it safe. However, history has shown that adversity often breeds innovation. Businesses that can pivot quickly in response to external pressures not only survive, but sometimes emerge stronger. The key is to view these challenges as opportunities to reassess your strategy and to innovate in ways that align with new market realities. For example, during economic slowdowns, some companies have found creative ways to cut costs without sacrificing quality, or to introduce new products that meet changing consumer needs. It's about having the agility to move with the times rather than being crushed by them. External pressures can be a catalyst for reinvention if you let them. The hidden reason for decline is not the external challenge itself, but the lack of a proactive, adaptable response. Finally, one of the most overlooked reasons behind business decline is the failure to invest in growth and innovation. When a business is doing well, it can be tempting to rest on your laurels, thinking that you don't need to invest further because your success speaks for itself. But this is a risky mindset. The world doesn't stand still, and neither should you. Investment in growth isn't just about pouring money into new projects. It's about reinvesting in your own capacity to innovate. It's about allocating resources to research and development, to training and education, and to building a culture that prizes creativity and continuous improvement. Many established businesses decline simply because they stop investing in the future. They become so focused on short-term gains that they neglect the long-term strategies that can sustain success over decades. Consider companies that have consistently reinvented themselves. They don't shy away from spending money on exploring new markets, testing new ideas, or even taking risks that might initially seem counterintuitive. These investments might not pay off overnight, but over time they build a foundation for enduring success. The hidden reason behind decline is often the gradual erosion of that innovative spirit, a spirit that, if nurtured, can keep your business vibrant no matter what challenges arise. When you step back and look at all these factors together, it becomes clear that business decline is rarely the result of a single issue. Instead, it's a complex interplay of outdated mindsets, complacency, resistance to change, poor adaptation to market shifts, weakened customer connections, leadership challenges, overconfidence, external pressures, and inadequate investment in growth. Each of these hidden reasons can operate independently, but they often feed into one another, creating a cycle that is hard to break unless you take a holistic, proactive approach. The first step in breaking this cycle is to recognize that decline isn't inevitable. It's a choice, a series of choices that over time can add up to either a thriving, adaptive enterprise or a stagnant, falling one. Ask yourself, where have I been complacent? What outdated practices am I clinging to? How can I re-engage with my customers and my team in a way that sparks innovation and excitement? It might feel overwhelming to tackle all these issues at once, but the good news is that you don't have to. Start with one area, make a commitment to change, and then build on that success. Each small improvement is a step toward reversing the hidden trends that are slowly eroding your business. The journey might be challenging, but the rewards are well worth the effort. I want you to imagine your business as a living, breathing entity. Every day, it needs nourishment, new ideas, fresh energy, and a renewed commitment to excellence. When you neglect those needs, it begins to wither. But when you feed it with continuous innovation, robust customer engagement, adaptive leadership, and the courage to embrace change, you create an environment where growth isn't just possible, it's inevitable. So as you move forward, remember that the hidden reasons behind business decline are not your destiny. They are challenges that can be overcome with intentional action, thoughtful planning, and an unwavering commitment to evolution. Your business has the potential to not only withstand the test of time, but to thrive in it. All it takes is a willingness to confront these hidden issues head-on and to make the changes necessary for lasting success. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What hidden challenges have you noticed in your business? How do you plan to overcome them? Let's spark a conversation in the comments below. Share your experiences, your insights, and your strategies for turning these hidden obstacles into stepping stones toward a brighter, more dynamic future for your business. In the end, the real secret to sustaining your business isn't about dodging the effects of time. It's about actively fighting against the forces of stagnation and complacency. It's about staying curious, remaining adaptable, and constantly looking for ways to push the boundaries of what's possible. By acknowledging and addressing these hidden reasons behind business decline, you take back control of your destiny. Your business is not a relic of the past, it's a vibrant, evolving enterprise that can flourish at any age if you're willing to nurture it. Remember, the power to change your business's trajectory lies in your hands. Recognize the hidden pitfalls, take decisive action, and invest in the future. With every challenge you overcome, you're not just preserving your legacy, you're expanding it. Let your business be a testament to the fact that age is no barrier to growth, and that with the right approach, you can continue to thrive no matter what the market throws your way. Now take a moment to reflect on all of this. Think about what's been holding you back and what you can do today to start reversing the tide. The journey might be long, but every step forward is a victory. Your business deserves that chance to shine, and so do you. Embrace the challenge, fight the hidden forces of decline, and build a future that's as dynamic and resilient as you are. Now that we've busted the myth and uncovered the real reasons behind business decline, it's time for the good part. Today, I'm going to share with you 7 powerful exercises that can transform your business. Think of these as your daily workouts, but for your company. Just like you train your muscles to get stronger, these exercises will help you build a business that's lean, agile, and unstoppable. These aren't gimmicks or quick fixes. They're proven strategies that, when implemented consistently, have helped countless veteran entrepreneurs turn their companies around. I'm talking about real, actionable steps that will help you reawaken that dormant potential and reclaim the growth and dynamism you thought was long gone. Now, before we dive in, I want you to take a moment to imagine the possibilities. Picture your business not as a shrinking enterprise on the decline, but as a powerhouse ready to take on new challenges and dominate your market once again. That vision is completely within your reach, and these exercises are your roadmap. I'm inviting you to commit to this process. Over the next several sections, you're going to learn exactly how to rebuild your mindset, revitalize your network, innovate your offerings, and much more. And I promise you, by the end of this, you'll have the tools to keep your business thriving well into your golden years. So let's get started with these 7 exercises. And as you watch, I want you to think about which one will hit you hardest and share your thoughts in the comments. Your engagement isn't just welcome, it's the first step toward a brighter, more dynamic future for your business. The first exercise is all about rebooting your mindset. I want you to break free from the limiting beliefs that have been holding you back. It's time to shake off the notion that your best days are behind you. Remember the days when you first started out? Every challenge was an opportunity, and every setback was just a setup for an even greater comeback. That same energy can be yours again. Here's how you do it. Start by identifying the thoughts and habits that have made you complacent. Write them down if you have to. Are you telling yourself that innovation is for the young? That risk-taking is no longer in your wheelhouse? It's time to let go of those ideas. Replace them with thoughts of possibility, growth, and excitement. Surround yourself with motivational content, books, podcasts, and videos from entrepreneurs who have reinvented themselves. There's a ton of research out there, even if it's just buzz from top business blogs, that shows how a growth mindset can be a game changer. When you believe that you can evolve, you'll start to see opportunities where you once saw obstacles. This isn't just theory. There are countless examples of business owners who turned around their fortunes simply by changing the way they thought about their challenges. Commit to daily affirmations that remind you of your potential. Look in the mirror and say, I am capable, I am innovative, and my best years are ahead of me. Do this every morning until it becomes a habit. It might feel a little awkward at first, but trust me, it works. Imagine waking up each day with renewed energy, ready to tackle new challenges. Visualize your business as a thriving, dynamic entity that's eager to adapt and grow. That's what rebooting your mindset is all about. And once you start believing in your potential, you'll be amazed at the doors that begin to open. So let's break those mental chains and get ready to rebuild. Your business is only as strong as your mindset, and today, we're turning that strength up to 11. Now that we've rebooted your mindset, it's time to turn our attention to another key element of business growth, your network. As you know, no one succeeds alone. Over the years, you've built relationships and partnerships that once fueled your success, but if you're not actively nurturing them, they can start to fade. And let's be honest, when was the last time you reached out to an old contact just to catch up? Revitalizing your network is like recharging your business's lifeblood. It's about reconnecting with past clients, re-engaging old partners, and even forging new alliances that can open up unexpected opportunities. There's plenty of chatter online about how modern networking isn't about collecting business cards, but about building genuine, supportive relationships that drive real results. Social media platforms like LinkedIn are full of success stories from entrepreneurs who transformed their businesses simply by reigniting their network. Start by making a list of key contacts you've lost touch with. Reach out with a simple, authentic message, ask how they've been, share what you've been up to, and see if there's any way to collaborate. It doesn't have to be a grand formal meeting. Sometimes a casual coffee chat or a quick phone call can lead to new ideas, fresh perspectives, and even referrals. Also, consider joining new groups and communities. Whether it's a local business meetup or an online forum, surround yourself with people who are just as driven as you are. Remember, your network is your net worth. Every new connection is a potential source of inspiration and opportunity. I know it might feel daunting at first, especially if you're used to the way things used to be. But trust me, when you start actively engaging with others, you'll feel your business pulse quicken. And the best part? You'll likely discover that many of your peers are in the same boat, eager for a fresh start and open to collaboration. So dust off those old connections, spark some new conversations, and watch as your network begins to breathe new life into your business. Let your relationships be the catalyst for your next big breakthrough. If you think that a business can run on outdated ideas alone, think again. One of the most common mistakes that seasoned entrepreneurs make is assuming that what worked yesterday will work tomorrow. The market evolves, consumer tastes change, and what was once a hot product can quickly lose its appeal if you don't keep things fresh. It's time to innovate. Think of your product or service as a living thing that needs regular care and attention. This doesn't mean reinventing the wheel every single day, but rather making small, meaningful improvements that keep your offerings relevant and exciting. According to countless business blogs and even some academic theories, innovation is not the exclusive domain of startups. In fact, many of the world's most successful companies have thrived by continuously updating their products and services, even in their later years. So how do you get started? Begin by gathering feedback from your customers. Ask them what they love about your product and what they wish was different. Look for patterns and recurring themes. Next, invest time in researching market trends. What are the emerging needs and desires of your target audience? Use that information to make targeted updates to your offerings. Perhaps it's as simple as tweaking a feature, adding a new option, or even bundling services together in a fresh way. The goal is to create a sense of novelty that rekindles interest and drives engagement. And remember, innovation isn't just about the product, it's about the whole experience. Enhance your customer service, streamline your delivery methods, and ensure every touchpoint exudes quality and care. Imagine the excitement when your customers see that you're not resting on your laurels. Picture them feeling like they're part of something dynamic and evolving. That's the power of innovation. It can transform even a mature business into a vibrant, forward-thinking enterprise. So embrace the challenge, look at your offerings with fresh eyes, listen to your customers, and be willing to experiment. Your business isn't a relic, it's a work in progress, and every improvement is a step toward a more dynamic future. Marketing isn't what it used to be, and if you're still clinging to the old ways, it might be time for a serious update. In today's digital age, the rules of engagement have changed dramatically. Gone are the days when a single print ad or a television spot was enough to capture your audience's attention. Now, it's all about creating dynamic, interactive campaigns that speak directly to your customers. You might have heard plenty of buzz online about the importance of social media, content marketing, and data-driven strategies. And it's true. Modern marketing is a whole new ballgame. It's not just about reaching as many people as possible, it's about reaching the right people in a way that resonates with them. Start by taking a close look at your current marketing approach. Are you still relying on the same channels that worked years ago? If so, it might be time to shake things up. Explore new platforms, experiment with video content, and don't be afraid to get a little creative. Use analytics to understand what's working and what's not, and be ready to pivot quickly. I know it might sound overwhelming at first, but remember, every big change starts with a small step. Maybe it's as simple as setting up a professional profile on LinkedIn or launching a Facebook page for your business. Or perhaps you decide to invest in a new email marketing strategy that speaks directly to your customers' needs. The goal here is to create marketing that feels fresh, engaging, and relevant. Imagine reaching your audience with content that not only informs, but also inspires action. That's the kind of marketing that turns casual viewers into loyal customers. And the best part? Modern marketing tools are more accessible than ever, so you don't have to break the bank to make a big impact. So take a deep breath, dive into the latest trends, and let your creativity flow. Your marketing strategy is the voice of your business. Make sure it's one that's heard loud and clear in today's competitive landscape. Let's get down to brass tacks. A business can't grow if its internal operations are bogged down by inefficiencies. Over time, even the best-run companies can fall victim to outdated processes and a lack of streamlined operations. Think about it like this. If you're trying to run a marathon with a pair of worn-out sneakers, you're going to struggle no matter how much passion you have. Operational efficiency is the foundation that supports every other part of your business. It's about making sure that every process, from supply chain management to customer service, is as smooth and effective as possible. There's a wealth of information out there, from business management blogs to case studies, showing that companies which regularly evaluate and update their operations enjoy significant benefits. Reduced cost, improved productivity, and better customer satisfaction are just the tip of the iceberg. Start by taking a hard look at your current operations. Identify bottlenecks in areas where things just aren't running as smoothly as they should. Is there outdated software slowing you down? Are there processes that haven't been updated in years? Once you've identified these issues, set aside time to tackle them one by one. Modern management techniques and lean operations aren't just buzzwords. They're proven strategies that can inject new life into your business. Imagine your business as a well-oiled machine. Every part is working in harmony, making the whole system run faster and more efficiently. That's what strengthening your operational efficiency can do for you. And it's not about making huge, sweeping changes overnight. Even small, consistent improvements can add up to big results over time. So roll up your sleeves, dive into your operations, and start making the tweaks that will boost your productivity and, ultimately, your bottom line. A more efficient business is a stronger business, and that's a win for everyone. Let's be honest, technology is moving at a breakneck pace, and if you're not keeping up, your business is going to feel the pinch. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, I've been around long enough to know what works, and I don't need all these fancy gadgets. But here's the thing. Technology isn't just about flash or gimmicks. It's a tool. One that can make your operations smoother, your marketing smarter, and your decision-making data-driven. Take a look around. There's no shortage of stories online about veteran businesses that reinvented themselves by embracing new technology. Whether it's adopting cloud-based tools to manage data more efficiently, using advanced analytics to understand customer behavior, or even simple automation to handle routine tasks. Technology has the power to transform your operations. You don't have to be a tech whiz to benefit from these advancements. Start small. Evaluate the tools you're currently using and ask yourself if they're truly serving your needs. There are plenty of affordable, user-friendly options out there that can give you an edge in today's competitive market. The key is to be open to change, to experiment, and to trust that upgrading your tech can lead to improved performance. Picture your business running smoother than ever before, with every process optimized by modern technology. Data flows seamlessly, decisions are informed by real-time insights, and you have more time to focus on what you do best, innovating and growing your company. That's the power of embracing technology. And it's not about replacing the human touch, it's about enhancing it so you can be more effective in every area. So take that step. Explore new technologies, experiment with different tools, and don't be afraid to invest in your business's future. You might be surprised at how a few smart tech choices can propel you forward. Now let's talk about something near and dear to every business owner's heart: leadership. As we age, our leadership styles and team dynamics can sometimes become stuck in outdated patterns. And while experience is invaluable, it's also important to keep evolving as a leader. A business isn't just about products or processes, it's about people. Your team is the engine that drives your company forward, and if they're not energized, your business will suffer. Revitalizing leadership isn't about reinventing who you are overnight, it's about making small, meaningful changes that inspire and motivate your team. Look around. Some of the most successful companies today credit their turnaround to leaders who were willing to invest in themselves and their people. Whether it's through leadership training, open communication, or simply setting a fresh example of innovation and resilience, transforming the way you lead can have a huge impact. Start by evaluating your current leadership style. Are you still operating the way you did decades ago, or are you open to new ideas and approaches? Engage with your team, ask for their feedback, listen to their ideas, and be ready to adjust your methods. Even the most seasoned leaders have room to grow. This isn't about admitting defeat. It's about acknowledging that the business world is changing, and so should your approach. Imagine a workplace where every team member feels valued, where creativity is encouraged, and where every day is an opportunity to contribute to something bigger than themselves. That's the kind of environment that revitalized leadership can create. And it all starts with you. Be the leader who doesn't just talk about change, but actively makes it happen. So let's commit to revitalizing leadership. Let's break down old habits, embrace new ideas, and build a team dynamic that's as energetic and innovative as the best days of your career. You might be wondering, are these just feel-good ideas, or is there some real substance behind them? Well, let me tell you, there's plenty of research out there, buzzing all over the internet, that backs up these strategies. Experts in business transformation and modern management have repeatedly pointed out that companies that invest in continuous improvement, adopt new technologies, and nurture their teams not only survive, but thrive, regardless of age. I've seen studies suggesting that businesses that actively pursue innovation and efficiency see significant gains in productivity and profitability. There are countless articles and case studies online about entrepreneurs who turn their companies around by challenging the status quo. Whether it's through digital transformation, leadership revamps, or strategic networking, the evidence is overwhelming. You can keep your business strong no matter how many candles are on your birthday cake. So, while some of these ideas might seem unconventional or even radical, remember that sometimes the most powerful transformations come from breaking the mold. Embrace the research, consider the success stories, and know that you're not alone in this journey. There's a whole community of business owners out there who are proving that with the right mindset and strategies, age is just a number. I encourage you to dive into the wealth of information available online, to listen to expert interviews, and to join communities where these ideas are being discussed and celebrated. The more you know, the better prepared you'll be to implement these strategies in your own business. You've put in the work, you've embraced new strategies, and now it's time to see the results. One of the key elements to ensuring your business doesn't slip back into old habits is to monitor its progress closely. Think of it like tracking your workout progress. Without a clear idea of how far you've come, it's hard to know what to adjust. Tracking your performance isn't rocket science. There are plenty of tools available that can help you measure everything from customer engagement to operational efficiency. Set up a dashboard of key performance indicators, KPIs, that matter to your business. Maybe it's your monthly revenue, customer retention rates, or even the speed at which new ideas are being implemented. Whatever it is, these metrics are your roadmap to success. I know that diving into numbers and analytics might sound dull compared to the excitement of new ideas, but trust me, the data is your friend. By understanding what's working and what isn't, you can make informed decisions that drive your business forward. There are tons of online resources, from blogs to YouTube tutorials, that can help you get started with modern analytics tools, even if you're not a tech expert. Imagine being able to see in real time the progress of your business. Picture knowing exactly which strategies are yielding results and which need tweaking. That kind of insight can empower you to make adjustments quickly, ensuring that your business stays on track even in a rapidly changing market. So commit to monitoring your progress, keep a close eye on your KPIs, celebrate the wins, and don't be afraid to pivot when needed. Remember, every day counts, and every small improvement adds up to a major transformation over time. Let's take a moment to recap what we've covered so far. Today, we've busted the myth that your business must inevitably shrink with age and uncovered the real reasons why decline happens. It's not your age, it's neglect. You've learned that revitalizing your business is all about taking a proactive approach, much like working out to build muscle. We started by rebooting your mindset, shedding those limiting beliefs that have held you back. Then we moved on to revitalizing your network, because a strong network is the lifeblood of any successful business. We talked about innovating your product or service offerings to keep things fresh and adapting your marketing strategies to meet today's dynamic landscape. We also delved into the nitty-gritty of strengthening operational efficiency and embracing the latest technological advancements. Finally, we tackled revitalizing leadership and team dynamics, ensuring that your entire organization is aligned and energized for the challenges ahead. Each of these exercises is designed to help you reawaken the vitality that made your business thrive in the first place. It's all about taking small, consistent steps that add up to significant change. And the best part? These aren't just theoretical ideas, they're actionable strategies that you can start implementing right away. So, as you reflect on these key takeaways, ask yourself, which of these exercises resonates with you the most? What's the one area that you're going to tackle first? Your journey to transforming your business starts with a single step, and every step counts. Now here's the bottom line. Every single day that you wait is another day your business loses potential. Imagine if you could turn back the clock, not by wishing for the past, but by taking action that transforms your future. The strategies we've talked about today aren't just ideas, they're your ticket to revitalizing your business and reclaiming that drive and dynamism you thought was lost forever. Think about the passion you had when you first started out. That fire is still inside you, waiting to be ignited again. It's time to seize the moment and put these exercises into action. Your business is not destined to shrink with age. It's destined to grow, innovate, and lead if you're willing to put in the work. I'm challenging you to commit right now. Don't let another day slip by without taking action. Whether it's rebooting your mindset, re-engaging with your network, or overhauling your marketing strategy, every step you take will bring you closer to the thriving, unstoppable business you know you can have. So stand up, shake off the complacency, and get ready to push your business to new heights. The time for change is now. Your future self will thank you for the steps you take today. And remember, you're not alone. There's a whole community of like-minded entrepreneurs out there who are ready to support you on this journey. All right, if you're still with me, here's a little extra bonus for those who are ready to take their business transformation to the next level. I know that change isn't always easy, and sometimes you need that extra push. A secret tip or two that can make all the difference. There are a few advanced techniques that some of the most successful business owners swear by. For instance, consider exploring unconventional funding methods, like partnering with emerging investors who value experience over flash. There are also innovative marketing hacks, such as leveraging influencer collaborations even in niche markets, that can give you a competitive edge. And for those looking to really stand out, consider experimenting with new business models that break away from the norm. I've seen stories online of veteran entrepreneurs who took bold leaps, whether it was launching a new product line that defied industry expectations or completely overhauling their brand identity, and ended up creating waves in their market. It might sound risky, but sometimes the greatest rewards come from stepping outside your comfort zone. So if you're feeling adventurous, take a moment to research these advanced strategies. Look up success stories, check out expert interviews, and see what resonates with you. This bonus section isn't a one-size-fits-all formula. It's an invitation to explore, experiment, and ultimately discover what extra steps can turbocharge your business revival. We've covered a lot of ground today, and if there's one thing I want you to walk away with, it's this. Your business doesn't have to shrink with age. Every one of these exercises is a tool in your arsenal, a way to break free from the myth of inevitable decline and build a future that's as vibrant and dynamic as you are. Now I want to hear from you. What's one thing you've learned today that you're going to start practicing immediately? Is it rebooting your mindset, innovating your offerings, or maybe embracing new technology? Drop a comment below. Let's start a conversation and build a community of entrepreneurs who refuse to settle for less. Remember, knowledge without action is useless. It's time to put these strategies into practice to invest in yourself and in the future of your business. Like, share, and subscribe to this channel so you never miss another game-changing insight. And if you found value in this video, spread the word to other business owners who might be feeling stuck. Your business is your legacy, and every day is a new chance to shape it. Don't let age define you. Define your age by what you do with every opportunity. Take charge, take action, and let your business shine as a testament to what's possible when you refuse to accept decline as inevitable.